generating steam heat, with faith in the backbeat of the blitzkrieg bomb. Moving in a straight line, going through a tight one. Kids are losing their minds in the blitzkrieg bomb. Yeah, oh, let's go, let's shoot 'em in the back, boy. What they want, I don't know. All revved up and they're ready to go. Moving in a straight line, going through a tight one. The kids are losing their minds. Blitzkrieg bomb. They're boiling in the backseat, generating steam heat, with faith in the backbeat of the blitzkrieg bomb. Yeah, let's go. To be true, to believe and behave with honor, then they turn their backs on you. I can't believe it all. Phony jobs, phony causes, trumped up egos and political bosses, building up their futures but they're paying with your rights. I can't believe my eyes. As a prisoner's chorus sings a love song to a city dying in their arms. Don't stay silent, don't stay silent, don't stay silent, don't stay silent. Drinks and meetings in the oak room, little men are carving up big slices. Doesn't it occur to you, oh, they could be carving up your life? They're gonna break your heart, they won't tear another piece of your world, and they got themselves a damn good start. But no, 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 don't you believe them? Stay silent, don't 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 stay silent. Little sister, save your words, they're wasted here. Daddy, you never should have taken that car out of gear. I don't want to say goodbye to my third home in 5 years, while all my friends are asleep. There's a train in the station, it ain't never coming back. A train in the station, but the wheel is cracked. Mama, please don't cry, 'cause I think I see a light. in the darkness on the distance, in the doorway of the night. There's a train in the station, it ain't never coming back. A train in the station, but the wheel is cracked. Is this a dream that's ending or beginning? You act as if it's our fault for living. We may walk out of this in peace, but I won't forgive and forget so easily. Conductor, conductor, stop this train. There's a fire up ahead and it don't look like rain. There's a ghost in this bed and it knows my name and says, ain't nothing here worth saving, except old lies and wives' tales and men who just hurt and walk away wounded in the dust and the dirt. Oh mama, please don't cry, I'm so tired of your tears. And daddy, you never should have taken that car out of gear. There's a train in the station, ain't never coming back. Train in the station, but the wheel is cracked. There's a train in the station, it ain't never coming back. Train in the station, but the wheel is cracked. Rounding up the young men like horses on a range. Wanna put them on trial for the crime of anger and pain. They're closing down the factories, they carve the canes and clubs, they're turning off the taxes, saying we won't work for you no more. But all I knew is that if I grew up in a refugee camp, I'll be the first one looking for a gun. I'll be the one throwing the kerosene lamp. Everything is quiet and everyone is right. And everyone's a loser in that goddamn desert tonight. And the Congress is engaged. And the Congress is engaged. You change the faces and locations, and you be hearing screams of rage. Well, all I knew is that if I grew up in a refugee camp, I'd be the first one looking for a gun. I'd be the one throwing the kerosene lamp. All I knew is that if I grew up in a refugee camp, I'd be the first one looking for a gun. I'd be the one throwing the kerosene lamp. Oh, 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 all I knew is if I grew up in a refugee camp, I'll be the first one looking for a gun. I'd be the one throwing the kerosene lamp. I'll be the one throwing the kerosene lamp. I'll be the one throwing the kerosene lamp. God gave me grace, but I didn't earn it. God gave me grace, but I didn't deserve it. God give me grace. Maybe I've learned from this now that I'm all falling down. God sent me hope, knowing I was hopeless. God gave me hope, helping the helpless. God give me hope. Maybe I've learned from this now that I'm all falling down. helpless. God help the helpless. And those that are all falling down. God help the helpless. God help the helpless. God help the helpless. God help the helpless. Well, the rainmaker danced before the dawn. He screwed himself into the White House lawn, screaming that he was a Green Mountain boy. Party exploded at the sound of his voice. Not one person missed a beat as the Rain Man fell to a broken knee at the side of a hearse on a silent street, and the sound of a nation's gate slamming shut at his feet. We've got to make them pay, make them act like every day is election day. Election day. Election day. Election day. Now you can stay inside and be safe from the storm. Yeah, but they're tearing the hinges off your barn. They're burning the wood that you're safe to stay warm. You didn't think it could happen here. Well, it's happening here, dear. You put someone in office, it's a paid holiday. You gotta watch them, stay on top of what they do and what they say. Gotta hold them to their promises and their deals. You gotta hold them up against the wall with memories of steel. We've got to make them pay, make them act like every day is election day. Election day. Election day. Election day. We've got to make them pay, make them act like every day is election day. Re-election day. Election day. Re-election day. Sitting in the theater, holding hands, little old lady and a little old man. He says something to her, she seems to laugh, little old lady and her little old man. I want what they have, just don't want it too fast. Make life last and may love last. Walking in a park, holding hands, little old lady and her little old man. She tightens his scarf against the wind. He touches her hair, she doesn't seem to notice it. They race off in their own way to it'll be the ending of the day, to find themselves at home and safe in a world they don't quite understand. Alone together, holding hands, little old lady and a little old man. I want what they have, just don't want it too fast. Make life last, make love last. I want what they have, just don't want it too fast. Make life last, and may love last. Sitting in a theater, holding hands, a little old lady and a little old man. Thank you, crowd. All right. Okay, then. Old Caesar's dead. Killed him in my sleep, you said, and then went out for another day of work and fear and files. The ghost of old Caesar and I, see eye to eye to eye to eye to eye. There's blood on the steps of the church, and a long silver knife shining brightly tonight on the shade of old Caesar's grave. You too, my dear, you too, my dear. You too, my dear, you too, my dear. Old Caesar's dead. I spoke with him in my sleep. He said, this life you're watching go by is your only one. When will you realize? Crawling along on the bathroom floor like he was looking for landmines, carving a mark on a constant heart. Have we seen you for the last time? Crawling along on a bathroom floor like he's looking for landmines, carving a mark on a constant heart. Have we seen you for the last time? Have we seen you for the last time? Have I seen you for the last time? Thank you, Kingston. Thank you, Greenkill. Thank you, world.
Just in case, I got my glasses. whenever you give us the cue. Yeah, do what you.
Hey, man.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah.
Vapor Vespers.
The double V.
From Alaska.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah. She phoned the doctor and wiped up the mess and waited. The cheerful birdcage remained silent. In the kitchen, the light was brighter where he once stood, singing his little songs of pain. If only it hadn't rained. Just yesterday, the view seemed clear and blue as the pools of Babylon. Everything was set. The accordion was paid for, the roof is finally finished, and there was still enough frosting left to decorate a second cake. Even the people in the next apartment took a break and stopped screaming at each other, as if the 4th of July would never come. She watched from the window. The men got out of the truck. They were young and strong and handsome, just as she hoped. The end of the day was beginning to unfurl into a pair of immense yellow wings. She felt the breeze skid across her face. Soon everything will take off and disappear behind the clouds. Soon the bells will ring. The end of the day was beginning to unfurl into a pair of immense yellow wings. She felt the breeze skid across her face. Soon everything will take off and disappear behind the clouds. Soon the bells will ring. Oh yeah. While Sal adjusts his guitar preparations, I just want to say thank you so much for having us here in Kingston, New York, a place that I've heard so much about over the years. I have a good friend who's from here. He's not my friend anymore, I don't think. I'm only kidding. He is. Yeah, we're at Greenkill. My name is Mark Muro. I live in Anchorage, Alaska. This is Sal's Cotuldio, and he plays the guitar. And this is the next piece we're going to do here. Ooh, Danskins, I like it. This is called Ode to a Friend. And yeah, this is on our record. What's it called? One Act Sonics, it's called, yeah. Hey, man, yeah. This is called Ode to a Friend. Also, the Meat Cleaver and the Butterfly. Also known as the Penis Poem to the slam aficionados. This was my money shot. My penis is a wondrous thing, high-shouldered like a fine Bordeaux, and smooth as an Aztec's obsidian kiss. My penis is a lighthouse on the rocky shores of uncertainty, a crimson pirate probing the shoals of indecision, a jolly Raja stuck in a bog, a flying Dutchman dissolving in the indifferent Sargasso Sea. My penis is an amazing creature with little birdie wings, a golden crested head, streamlined with dorsal fins, independent suspension, and driver-side airbags. My penis is noble as Lancelot, sterling as Camelot, wise as Solomon, strong as Goliath, cunning as King David, and about as reliable as Lou Costello. My penis is indomitable, long-range and invincible, a magnificent traveler, as intrepid as Magellan, reading magazines between connecting flights. My penis, a Chetty's Jubilee, a proud Napoleon, a humble Twinkie, just another filigree confection on the boundless buffet of Bacchus. My penis is a religion, a minaret calling the faithful to prayer, the toppled spires of a ruined cathedral after the battle smoke clears. My penis stands for something that has come and gone, the living will of a bygone age, a legacy proclaimed, the plow that broke the plains and sowed a blizzard of seedlings, flooding the prairie basins with legion upon legion of me. My penis is carved from diamond willow, hard yet workable, resilient yet pliant, a good sturdy stick. My penis walks to work and packs a hearty lunch like a common man. My penis is much like the Hindenburg, impressive when inflated, but glorious in flames. It is electric like an eel, magnetic like a pole, atomic like a submarine, hydraulic like a fountain, and pneumatic like a drill. My penis is also a vegetable. My penis craves approval and needs the nod from 1,000 lovely lovelies, or the short stroke from a miserable few. I don't care. My penis is a credit card accepted at 1 billion locations worldwide. If I could only pay the bill. But my penis is an incorrigible boy, firing his pistol and jumping for joy. And believe it or not, he can be cavalier, a cocky rustic dandy at a bustling country fair. But my penis has grown weary with many promises to keep and so many miles to go before he gets to sleep. And yet, to sing of us now to such a degree might confuse hubris with apology. But as time takes its toll and follows nature's decree, I must ask just one more time. Would you like to come closer and touch it, please? Yeah.
For our next number.
This next number is called.
Mangina.
Yes, yes. I knit. That's what I do. A little cottage industry. I knit manginas. I go to Michael's and I get the yarn on sale, the really good polyester stuff, and I kind of make them in kind of butterscotch candy plaid type colors I'm partial to. Okay, yeah, okay, good, good. All right, boy. All right then. You changed. You used to be nice. You used to be normal. You used to be my friend. Then you suddenly changed. You started wearing vinyl pants and blowing kisses to strangers. You affected an Alsatian accent and ran off with a cellist and made dramatic love on a gondola with a Contessa in furs. You started smoking bergamot cigarettes. You wanted to be interesting. So you rented a wolf, you had your elbows pierced, you bought a stuffed owl, and you learned all the words to Parsifal. Then you went to the opera dressed as a mermaid. You took on weed lessons and started using encaustic and designing hats for a wealthy theatrical family in Budapest. You called the busboy Pablo, you called the desk clerk Franz, you called my mother, and you told her I kidnapped your daughter. You never answer your telephone, you never miss brunch, you never gain weight. You have perfect teeth and very, very red lips. And your neck somehow seems to have gotten a little longer. How is that? Then you got a show of your own and started hanging out with lion tamers. And you were last seen at the premiere with that Cuban light heavyweight. Or was it that heavy Haitian lightweight? You were insulted when I asked if it was over. You called me a sad sirloin burger. And now you take all my friends boating, and they just smile when I ask them where. You started collecting switchblades and death row pen pals. You stole my Barry White 8-tracks and my favorite shirt. You said I had talent. You called me brilliant. You said I should join a flea circus. You laughed when I dropped that peach Melba in my lap. You only pretended to care. You never show up. You never call. You don't even say hello. You never gave me that Egyptian pedicure you promised me, or that plastic statuette of Jelly Roll Morton. You lied to me. Then you rinsed your hair with the essence of pomegranates and the oil of gladiolas. You began calling yourself Corel, then Temujin, then Corel again, then Bob. I thought things were going pretty good. You licked my mosquito bites, you wrapped my feet in seaweed, you fixed my toaster, you fed me pistachio nuts and that special aphrodisiac you said you invented in boarding school. You said I was up there in the first third of the middle toward the top with everybody else. You told me to stop being so sensitive. You changed. Yeah, you want to do sitting in the lap of the drooling Buddha? This is a song I dabbled with Buddhism for a while. And yeah, it really kind of helped me through some changes I was going through. Yeah, you know. Excuse me? Oh, yeah, I'm going a little fast. Yeah. I'm sorry, yeah. I can't help it. It's the... I won't go as fast now. It's kooky, man. I love the visuals. I'm sitting in the lap of the drooling Buddha, checking my emails. If all the penis enlargement ads were placed end to end, the universe itself would surely become one continuous, incalculable erection, stretching from the known limits of time and space to the hot slut with the magenta hair and pierced pudenda, flashing before my bleary, disconnected eyes. She's the same nymphette who says she can't get enough and needs me, of all people, to fill all her love holes. But first I gotta enter that secret password into the place where my body should go. Sometimes I wonder if every woman in the Western world has posed for a pornographer's website, or does it only seem that way? Just another glitch in my Kundalini. I delete that vision and get on to the next message. Sitting in the lap of the drooling Buddha, reading my emails and my entrails. An ad for sailboat vacations reminds me I'm made of money, and an ad for debt consolidation reminds me of not. But then an ad for free herbal energizers puts me back on track, and I'm reminded I have a body after all. I try to trace the flow of life from one organ to another, from my eyes to my nerves to my stomach, to the blood in my genitals, to the heat in my fingers, across the plastic keyboard that moves my thoughts along. Mere puppets dancing on a stage made of gilded chicken bones. I follow the dance in and out of the spotlight. The screen joins my eyes to a billion electric shimmering tadpoles beneath my skin. I hear myself exhale, 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 exhale. The secret password. The screen dissolves. Take another breath. Hey, man. Based on a true story. It's all true. Oh, I can hear myself fine, yeah. I'm okay. This is the erotic section of the show. This song is called, if you could call it a song, but it's sex. You know what I'm talking about. I think you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, down front. Yeah, Yeah, you kids. Sex is a big basket of shiny red apples and a good sharp knife. Sex is a chocolate telephone that melts all over your neck when both hands are busy. Sex is the tip love leaves for good service and no MSG. Sex is kryptonite to Superman and Superman to Lois Lane. It's a high desert where nothing grows but cactus flowers through a test pilot's skull. It's a fat boy looking out his window thinking about waffles and ice cream. Sex is the time bomb under your seat and the dog sleeping at your feet. Sex made a monkey out of Darwin and a man out of King Kong. And sometimes sex smells funny. Sex is a gun that shoots whiteout bullets into the book of love. It's a good idea after 2 drinks and a really exciting episode of Gilligan's Island. It's pedaling up a muddy hill on a rusty bike with 2 flat tires, the chain slipping, no seat, and 1 leg in a cast. Sex is a horse called man. It's what you get for baking the meat-a-rita, coconut custard pie on Easter Sunday. It's a walk through an enchanted garden with a pack of wild dogs. It's a bubbling bowl of oatmeal with brown sugar, thumbtacks, and lime. It's a new car and a used Q-tip. Sex is the first thing and the last thing and everything in between. It's always local, no matter how foreign it might seem. It's the hobby of those who know the recipe for mud. It's how I got here and how I want to go. So sexy. Hey man, yeah. Yeah. This is the first time we're doing this one. It's kind of a Halloween thing. It's very scary. I might warn some of the people here. It's you know, there's an ambulance on the street. If you have a weak heart, or there's children, or if you get really like scared out of your mind, this is toxic. This is deadly. This song can kill. So please leave, and then the house manager will call you back when it's over in about 2 minutes. So please, please be careful. Very careful. It's that time of night when people meet in parking lots looking for lost opportunities and the stuff they dropped on the ground. It's that time of night when people forget who they pretend to be and run around frantically in light blue overcoats, turning into the very things they feared they would never, ever become. It's that time of night when boogie men and boogie women have heart attacks, then crawl out from under their beds to scramble eggs in the dark. It's that time of night when fire engines and pot pies and seashells and peanut butter and aircraft carriers and candy corn and mothballs and mushroom clouds and empty bottles all merge into the face of a smiling dog sleepwalking around in plaid pajamas under the street light shine. It's that time of night when razor blades stuck inside cream puffs come out the other end, singing Rockabye Baby on the tree top. Please, why? It's that time of night when drunks get together to pummel each other with their shoes, then go running down the block until their feet turn blue and the pavement turns a shiny red. Yeah, I know. It's that time of night when the neon goes black and everything at the all-night suicide shop goes on sale. And you walk back home alone, back into your life, believing that maybe, just maybe, the sun will come up one more time. God, I'm, hey, oh, my ticker, where's my nitro? I wet myself. I just, it's dangerous. Oh, reverie. Okay. This is, yeah, man, freestyling, man. Was it the year of the warts or the year of the rash? When the IRS sent me that letter and you had the brace removed. Remember? Remember that little town on the North Shore? We got really drunk under the marlin with the paint peeling off it. It was only not even a month, but seemed like forever. My nasty old Toyota again refused to start. That brown cracked vinyl dashboard. Fuses, mints, a Texaco map falling apart. We sat there and talked about how miraculous it all was. To be not dead yet and still almost young. You told me about summer camp and how since we met, you're always late for work. And I told you everything I know about lightning, Herman Melville, and a rowboat from a long time ago. And then that old guy from the bar whacked the hood and gave us a jump. He doubled over laughing and coughing and stomping the gravel, and his plastic leg slipped from his pants with a squall on its way. Maybe we should go back inside and wait this thing out. Have a nice bowl of that famous Navy bean. Finish watching the game before it's called off. Seagulls broadcast the plight of lonely electrons seeking a positive charge. We sat there in our tin pod, anticipating the pitter-patter. You behind the wheel, me playing with the knobs. The radio drifted from Montavani to Goat's Head Soup. The sky turned a dirty pink. A dead leaf smell poured up from the heat events. Static ozone and fat raindrops all came at once, crashing clear syrup on cut glass. Our days and nights were unexpectedly close, blurred by the weather inside our clothes, insulated from a past that suddenly existed and a future that suddenly mattered. Kissing chrysanthemums and dentine, bar neon calling places I hadn't yet been. entangled into insurmountable density. Water falling from a loud metal sky, already beginning to wash you away. Amen. Thanks. I'd like to thank my editor for that one. He kind of got rid of didn't do much, but took out a couple does and ands and whatever. Yeah, I get confused. Is this Timbuktu? Okay then. All right then. Oh wow, it's almost. You gonna do an audible or an edible? Okay. This is the place of camels and canoes, where the seeds of bebop are traded for a missionary's head. Strings of killer bees are smuggled like gems. Here the sun's bent breath bruises the earth and sears my lips, making a dark meal of milk-fed smiles. Here a mummy bleeds dust and mumbles something sulfuric, turning a flock of crow to smoke. Here grass eats meat and dogs become sand, chewing the last mouthful of hope from a human ditch. Here the rippling horizon muffles a boom, and a buzzard sharpens his beak on a bone. Here a bush doctor playing godfather to madness and mud spits termites into his tourist trap, giving directions to comatose pilgrims, selling poison postcards and genuine dung figurines. Here tiny fish glitter on the wind, and credit cards are used to scrape the hair off jackals. Here the air fills with thorns, and a caravan of gnats head for the coast. And here I am smoking a rope, packed up high on a camel's hump with coffee beans, cassettes, and myrrh, and a guidebook to malaria. Here the sky crumbles, jamming the projector halfway upriver. A white square of sail hanging on the dark slide of memory. I'm gonna practice my hippie dancing. Oh yeah. Okay, next one. Hey man, so what you did before wasn't cool. Oh, sorry. This is an all-you-can-eat all-night kind of a thing. The kind of thing that used to happen real late on a Friday night, right after work, when you'd stop off a happy hour and never make it back home. The kind of thing that can still happen to a girl with an okay-for-now kind of a job. Maybe she works at the bank, and at the end of each day finds herself in bed alone, dreaming of spreadsheets, balance transfers, and night deposits. Or maybe she works for a multinational, sinister petrochemical giant and spends her nights in bed alone, dreaming about the ramifications of drilling rigs, drilling bits, drilling permits, and offshore oil spills. Or maybe she's a waitress who's exhausted after another long shift at the family restaurant of your choice. And on this particular evening after work, instead of stopping off at the all-night video store, she goes straight home, feeling uncharacteristically energized and adventurous. And rather than just watch another action romance video while eating her usual lean cuisine, she is seized with the sudden impulse to defrost a medium-sized frozen fish a kind neighbor gave her one 5th of July and cook it up. And the prospect of an impromptu fish fry so late at night excites her, creating an unexpected mood of festivity, evocative of warm weather and a modicum of leisure time. So, she opens a nice cold bottle of pink wine, throws on a Willie Nelson CD, takes off all her clothes and ties on a little, skimpy, shiny pink vinyl apron that says "Giddy Up" across the front. Then she finds the largest skillet in the house and pours an 1.5 inches of Wesson oil into the same skillet. She turns up the gas and gets it really hot, then places the half-frozen fish down headfirst into the pan. The pink vinyl apron is soon covered with tiny freckles of scalding hot grease. Her bare skin also receives the sizzling spatter. The fish vibrates in the hot oil. Its yellow one-eye profile winks up from the pan. Through the sound of the frying fish and the smoking, boiling oil, she can hear the darkening fish whisper, "You and me, we are different. We are the same." The kitchen is not redolent of honey. She opens the drawer and takes out the biggest knife and begins to dance. Somewhere close by, a hockey game means a lot to a lot of people. But she doesn't care. She has fish to fry. Oh, creel of bream. Oh, scent of smelt. Oh, tiny squad that sucks the night. Oh, rapture of the bottomless seafood surprise. This is home. This is where the fish fries. This is where the fish dance. Let us wash our hands in goat's milk and say a prayer. to St. Vitus. It's not over yet. Yeah, and she goes and finds some tartar sauce. And she kind of shimmies on over to the refrigerator and looks at the stuff on the door. She takes a jar. Yeah, one more? You want to do the... Well, the Biff. Yeah, okay. We're okay. All right, okay. It's going to be Biff/Joker or Joker/Biff. This is also something we haven't tried before. I like to do a little something new for every audience, you know. Tonight is no different. Let's see if it'll work. It might not work. Can I try this with a microphone? Bel canto. He tied you up with rattlesnakes and rolled you down a hill. He beat you with sleigh bells and sang joy to the world. He chewed on your face like a big red Tootsie Pop. And then he tap danced on your nose. He sent a poison pizza to your birthday party. Drank a case of really cheap beer, then pelted your dogs with the empties. Not a nice guy. Not a nice guy. He set fire to your Halloween costume when you came to trick or treat. And when you called the cops on him, he called the cops on you. And they took you away and they locked you up in a cell with two guys named Stinky. One was a parrot smuggler from Pasadena. The other was a speed freak janitor with scabies and red hair. And you got along really good, and you started a band, an a cappella, kind of a doo-wop thing, in the cell. And they came and recorded it, and you were on NPR. It was great. But this guy, this not nice guy, he sent you, he wanted to make up, so he sent you a sympathy card and a really big cigar. Lucky you don't smoke. You know, the guy's name could have been Biff. I think his name was Biff. He's Biff. He's Biff. He's Biff Tech. Biff Tech Community College. Biff. The little people inside your TV warned you about him. His fragrant hair goop, his big soft hands, his sharp blue eyes, his subscription to Time. But who can hear advice when Papa Ooh Mau Mau was blasting morning, noon, and night? Fucking Biff. Of course, you knew it all along. On the couch, in the fridge, laughing in the bathroom, at the medicine chest mirror, with the water running red. And whatever he does next should not come as a surprise to you. Because he'll sneak back in and set up shop, dirty all the dishes, brown off on the walls, and right on cue, start listening to those old scratchy records you thought you got rid of a long time ago. Biff. Oh, Biff. How I see myself. Just like a dear, dear close friend who keeps forgetting your name. Biff. 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 I think Biff moves to Kingston. Yeah, I think he lives in the neighborhood, actually. I'm scared. Thank you very much. That was Biff. All right, well, thanks. We wrap it up here. Thank you so much for coming down. Thanks for hosting us, having us, all your hard work. Fabulous place.
Martin, come up here.
Come on up.
Martin.
Come on.
Come on, Martin.
Let's go. We
Come
got
on,
to do.
quick.
We got to do the.
Don't fuck around.
We call it a triple nipple.
We got to do like the Monty Orchestra.
Oh yeah, right.
Get in the middle. We'll do the. Come on, hurry.
You get a shot. Hey man. Hey man. Thanks.
1, 2, 3. Oh, my back!
I need a Terry Close sweatband. You know?
How you doing? That was great.
He was what it was.